I often wonder what Henry Ford would say if he knew that the mass-manufactured automobile would become what it is today. From the old, overly mechanical Ford Model Ts to today's solid automobiles, jam-packed with technology and top-of-the-line engineering. How about the culture that it would create, with car enthusiasts from all walks of life and with all different types of cars? Now before I go any further, I just want to make it clear that you don't have to have a flashy or fast car to be a car enthusiast. You just have to simply enjoy the automobile. You don't have to be like that 20-year-old kid who books it down your street in a rusty looking Honda Civic with an overly loud exhaust. I think a lot of non-car people would think of something like this when they think about car enthusiasts. Flashy cars with giant wheels, loud colors, a big spoiler, and of course, sounds absolutely obnoxious. In the car community, we call these people ricers. To rice a car is to make it look like it goes fast, but it really doesn't. RICE stands for Racing Inspired Cosmetic Enhancements. It's basically that Honda Civic. But don't let the sight of car enthusiasts make up your mind. There are plenty of other types of car people who are more subtle about it. These people don't want their cars looking like all the colors of the rainbow, but they still love cars. This side of the community may add more tasteful modifications like a lip kit or a nice looking set of wheels, or not even add anything at all. Some people like their car looking stock or close to stock, which means looking how it did when it came rolling out of the factory. I have two friends who are sort of on the opposite ends of the car spectrum. What I want to know is, what's different about their love for cars? This is Kyle, and this is his car, Sapphire.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and this is my 2009 Scion TC.
Now, Kyle is one of those car guys that likes to modify their car.
So, mods I have on it are, it used to have an exhaust, and then I backed it to a curb and it snapped. So it currently has a stock exhaust. There's HID headlights, there's front tints, and silver spoiler and silver mirrors. Makes it look faster. That's about it.
Then I wanted to get a feel of how he got into cars.
So how I got into cars, the car before this one, I had a Chevy Cavalier. That's like when I first got my license. And then I was starting to get into car meets and like seeing like the whole stance scene. And then I was like really into it. I would go to car meets like every now and then. And then that car had an overheating problem, so I had to get a new car. And then I found the Scion at a dealer that had tints and exhaust. I was like, oh, this is like exactly what I've been seeing at all these car meets, and I actually really like it. So I ended up buying that.
And lastly, I wanted to know why he enjoyed the car culture.
Why I like cars. Well, I drive quite a bit, so you want to like actually have fun while driving a car. So when you see all the modified cars, you kind of view it as art, I guess, because like every car is different. Every mod you could do to any different car is different, and it's more of like, car is sort of an expression of who you are, and you can kind of judge that by how someone mods their car. Like I wanted to put my car in bags and put wheels and slam it on the ground, but I couldn't afford that at the moment. So, but yeah, it's kind of crazy like what people do to their cars and the vision you have, how you want to make your car. So that's why I like the car culture.
Then I went to my other friend, who is more of a subtle car guy. This is Aaron, and this is his car which he refuses to give a name.
My name is Aaron. And this is the car I drive. It's 2014 Honda Accord LX.
Like Kyle, I wanted to know how he got into cars.
When I was growing up, I was really interested in playing some racing games such as Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, and that got me really into cars. And then once I got of age to drive, there was no turning back.
Now, I want to know why Aaron chose to be more subtle with his modifications and not have an aspiration to build a car like Kyle wanted.
So the type of modifications that I've done on my car so far are on the headlight assembly. I've modified the strip into an LED instead of the regular halogen. I've also installed some seat covers in the interior, and I've also installed interior LED lights to make it brighter inside. But other than that, I haven't done anything else to make it look flashy or anything like that because I'm a really basic guy. I don't like to make anything loud, or I don't like to make my car sound louder. I don't want to, tint my windows really. It's not the type of stuff that I'm really into. Keep it basic.
Although Kyle and Aaron may have different tastes in what they find to be an ideal car for them, their interest in cars sparked the same way, because they simply enjoyed car culture and cars in general. It's that simple. Now, you may be thinking that I must be a car enthusiast myself to make a documentary about it, and you're absolutely right. And you might want to see what I drive, but you probably don't, but I'm going to show it to you anyway because I like to think of myself as a mix between Kyle and Aaron. I'll try to make this quick. This here is my 2011 Acura TL super handling all-wheel drive, which is like the best one, and her name is Beyonce. Like Kyle, I have a vision for the modifications on my car which will one day include a new set of wheels, a new quad exhaust that isn't too obnoxiously loud, a black painted front grille, tinted windows, and maybe lowered a little bit, but probably not because I like to safely go over speed bumps. But for now, it's kind of a stock car like Aaron's car. It just has this neat lip kit that came with the car when I bought it. And like Aaron, I still kind of want it looking stock. But at the same time, I want to do something with it. The reason I'm so into cars is because I simply like cars. There's no detailed explanation. I got into cars because I was simply interested. I sat on a box and drew my dad's 1998 Honda Civic when I was a little boy and started working on the maintenance of my car when I just got my driver's license. I've always liked cars and I don't think I'll ever stop doing so. There are many different facets of the car community and car culture. You could be young and reckless and make your car flashy, loud, and a presence to be known. You could be an old school enthusiast and cherish classic American muscle cars and hot rods. You could be a racer who envies cars for their speed, or simply a person who enjoys spending time with a car and learning about the car, whether or not you have a nice car or even own a car. Car culture is immense and wildly different. At the end of it all, it doesn't matter if it's obnoxiously loud, or old, or boring, or slow, or anything like that. As long as you appreciate the invention of the automobile and genuinely enjoy it, then who cares what you do to your car? You're happy, and that's all that matters. I heard a great quote one time that went along the lines of, "You cannot buy happiness, but you can buy cars." And that's kind of the same thing.